it do, Dream Team? It's your boy Neal back with another reaction video, guys. Here we are at top 10 British foods that confuse the rest of the world. What y'all got going over there in the UK? What y'all got going on? Before we figure out, make sure you subscribe to the channel, ring the notification bell, give the video a thumbs up so it gets suggested. If you guys have a favorite video suggestion, you can subscribe to Patreon, drop it in the comment section, or there's a premium request link in the description. What we got?
These dishes really do give food for thought. Welcome to Watch Mojo UK, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 British foods that confuse the rest of the world. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.
Ding.
For this list, we're looking at British foods that baffle foreign visitors, either because their names are misleading or because their ingredients are so unusual it's a wonder anyone would choose to eat them. Number 10. Scotch eggs.
I don't think I should have eaten that Scotch egg.
Is that egg with the sausage wrapped around it? Never mind, not important.
This popular British snack consists of a hard-boiled egg enclosed in sausage meat and breadcrumbs. London's Fortnum and Mason department store supposedly invented them in 1738, although other sources claim they originated in Yorkshire. The earliest recipe for Scotch eggs, at least in print, dates back to 1809, which recommended they be served hot with gravy, though they can equally be eaten cold as a picnic food. The taste of Scotch eggs can vary depending on where you eat them as well, with different UK regions using their own local sausages in the dish.
Michael, would you like a miniature Scotch egg?
Oh, not for me, pet. I've got myself a steak and kidney pie.
Number 9. Deep fried.
You know what? I would love to try that. I would actually. I've never heard of anything like it. Wrapped sausage around a hard-boiled egg. Never heard of any. But I'd definitely be willing. More than willing. I'd love to try that one.
Fried Mars bars.
This nation brought the world television, the steam engine, golf, whiskey, penicillin, and of course, the deep-fried Mars bar.
You'll find many unusual foods on a British chip shop menu, from curry sauce to mushy peas, but surely none is stranger than a deep-fried Mars bar. These calorie-laden snacks are made by dipping a chilled Mars bar into the batter normally used for frying fish, because chocolate isn't fattening enough on its own, right? The snack was apparently invented as a novelty item in the Haven chip bar in Scotland before growing in popularity. What will people think of frying next? Pizza? Oh no, wait, they've already done that.
In Glasgow, perhaps the least healthy food ever sold is the deep-fried pork sausage kebab.
Number 8. Black pudding.
Number 9. Number 9 is not too confusing for me. It's not too weird because I do live in America where we literally throw any and everything into a fryer. Like, any and everything. So deep fried chocolate bar, that would seem like something normal to me, to be honest. And I'm sure it's absolutely phenomenal.
It might have pudding in the name, but most people will be disappointed if they got served this for dessert. This sausage is typically made from a mixture of congealed pig's blood, lard, and oatmeal, and is usually eaten fried on toast or as part of a full English breakfast.
Says black pudding's in it. Black puddings are no good to us.
Lemon cheesecake, it is not. Black pudding is most likely to have originated from times of hardship, when butchers would use every last part of an animal for food. And whilst it might not be to everyone's taste, it was acclaimed as a superfood in 2016. Number 7. Mince pie.
Yeah, I don't think I would like black pudding. It just doesn't look appetizing to me. I think that's one I don't think I'd be willing to try.
Originally, these short crust pastry pies were made with real mincemeat, but nowadays the filling is a mixture of dried fruit, peel, and a type of animal fat called suet. Eaten at Christmas, the pies are commonly spiced with cinnamon, cloves, and nutmeg to represent the gifts presented to Jesus by the 3 wise men. Visitors to the UK are often put off by this dessert's name, but that's not necessarily a bad thing, is it? It just means that there's more left for the rest of us.
Mince pie, anyone?
Number 6. Bubble and squeak.
Mince pie, I'd be willing to try mince pie. Just say serve with cinnamon, nutmeg. Mince pie, I'd be willing to try it.
Bubble and squeak. It's piping hot.
This traditionally British dish is typically made from the leftovers of the equally traditional Sunday roast. Potatoes and cabbage are its core ingredients, but other vegetables can be added, such as carrots and Brussels sprouts. Possibilities are pretty much endless here. The potatoes are mashed into the cooked cabbage, then fried in a pan and eaten hot. The name Bubble and Squeak is said to come from the sound the ingredients make while they are cooking in the pan, and not from the effect they have on the diner's stomach when they reach it. Number 5, Toad in the Hole.
Yeah, I just don't do veggies. I don't do cabbage at all. That's a no-go for me. But I'm sure people who like vegetables might like it. I just don't enjoy that.
Yorkshire pudding, a humble batter made from eggs, flour and milk or water, was voted the top British regional dish in 2016, beating Cornish pasties and scones and cream. Or is that scones? But Toad in the Hole only increases the delicious factor by adding sausages to the dish. As for the origins of its admittedly pretty left field name, some people suggest that frogs were once included in the dish, and others that the finished meal looks a bit like Toad submerged in mud. And honestly, what could be more appetizing than that?
Does Toad offend you?
No, but sausage in the hole sounds fantastic.
Number 4,
Take the onions out of it and I'd be willing to try it.
kidney pie. Steak in a pie? Sounds great. The kidneys,
Sounds
though,
amazing.
take a bit more explaining.
I'd
Of
be
course,
willing to
offal
try.
is hardly unique to Britain. When you consider, though, that the function of an animal's kidney is to produce urine, it makes it particularly hard to see why anyone would spoil a steak pie by adding them into it. In Victorian times, oysters were used instead to bulk out the pie, but when shellfish prices rose, kidneys took their place. And surprisingly, the pies are still hugely popular in Britain, not least on football stadium terraces.
Steak and kidney pie. Steak and kidney pie.
Number 3, spotted dick.
I would be willing to try steak and kidney pie. I would prefer if he would have never said what the kidneys in the animals are designed to do. That's probably common knowledge though. I didn't know that, and so. But I'd try steak and kidney pie. It actually looked good.
Britain has more than its fair share of unusual desserts, with bread and butter pudding providing a particularly perfect example. But nothing raises eyebrows quite like the sweet suet pudding known as spotted dick. The spotted part of the name comes from the dried fruits added to the dish, but the dick part is more of a mystery, and it is hard to think of a more off-putting name for an after-dinner treat.
Yeah.
Owing to this, in 2018, the dessert was reportedly renamed Spotted Richard in the Houses of Commons restaurant to spare diners' blushes.
That looks nothing like my spotted dick.
Right.
Number 2, Haggis. The national
I don't know about that one. I don't know if I'd be willing to try spotted dick.
dish of Scotland, this savoury pudding is made from the minced heart, liver and lungs of a sheep, together with oatmeal and suet. It used to be boiled in the sheep's own stomach, but nowadays it is usually cooked in an artificial casing instead. It may look like something creative for a dare, yet fans of the dish compare its taste to peppery meatloaf. Americans in particular seem confused by this food, with a 2003 survey suggesting a third of Scotland's US visitors thought haggis was a kind of animal.
No, go easy on the wee one. His father's gonna go crazy and chop them all into haggis.
What's haggis?
Boy, you read my thoughts.
Number 1, beans on
Yeah, haggis. I mean, if it tastes like peppery meatloaf, then I'm all down for it. I'm definitely all for it. So if that's the taste, count me in.
toast. This classic dish is arguably the nation's favourite, with Brits getting through a staggering 2 million tins of beans every single day.
God
Baked beans
dang.
are also often eaten as part of a fry-up or on jacket potatoes, but in the hearts of the great British public, nothing beats simply adding them to toast. Or, if you're feeling particularly adventurous, you could always grate a little cheese on top. Considering the meal's simplicity, it's fair to say that most non-Brits struggle to understand the reason for its immeasurable popularity. Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from Watch Mojo UK, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.
Beans on toast. Yeah, that's a little weird to me. But I do love toast, and I do love baked beans. So throw them together, I'll probably love it. So I'd definitely be willing to try that because it just sounds good. Beans on toast. Sounds good. I don't know why. I'd never heard of it till I started watching these YouTube videos. That's all we got. You guys got a favorite video suggestion, you can subscribe to Patreon or drop it in the comment section. It's your boy D Neal. Out.